My name is Michel Polak. I'm the chair of the IFCAH Scientific Committee, and I'm talking to you from Paris today, Paris, France. And I want to thank you also, as Christine did, for being there with us. You are actually connected from 49, almost 50 countries in the world. So I want to develop a little bit what was said by Christine about IFCAH. And this is my task today, and outline some major achievements from IFCAH. So IFCAH fund will be distributed worldwide through funding of research with an ESPE, European Society for Pediatric Endocrinology joint venture. As Christine said, IFCAH is providing 250,000 euros to fund projects every year, and on the top of that amount, AFM Téléthon is giving 100,000 euros for cell and gene therapy. That in total, 350,000 euros each year are there to support the best project, clinical or scientific experimental project in relation to congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Over the last 10 years, IFCAH has aimed to giving a strong support to research dedicated to improve CAH knowledge and patient life quality. It was founded in Paris 11 years ago now, and in total, within the first 10 years, we are now the 11 years, 37 projects were funded during those 10 calls. The project selection is very rigorous. The project is based on the advice of the scientific committee, which is a mix of clinician scientists, and scientists coming from the pediatric as well as the adult field of medicine, and especially endocrinology. I serve as the chair, and I'm from Necker University Hospital in Paris. Other members, Professor Faisal Ahmed and now Professor Martin Kuls, are pediatric endocrinologists and the representative of the ESPE, European Society for Pediatric Endocrinology Science Committee. Dr. Pierre Val, scientist and researcher in genetic and endocrinology in Aubière, France. Professor Anna Biazon-Laubert, pediatrician endocrinologist in Freiburg, Switzerland. Professor Stefan Bornstein from the University of Dresden, Germany, and Professor Anne Bachelot, an endocrinologist for adults at Pitié-Salpêtrière University Hospital in Paris. And I want to thank my colleagues for being there in the committee and for applying this rigorous approach of the selection of the project. The best project needs to be funded. Of course, over the years, we welcome applications from numerous countries. 21 countries applied for project, but we are still looking and welcoming applications from countries not yet represented in those calls. So you will need to apply with strong, well-designed projects with preliminary evidence that those projects are leading somewhere. What has IFCAH funded over the years? IFCAH has had several research topics. Men health, men with CAH health, women with CAH, treatment innovation, pharmacological treatment innovation, but also a strong focus on gene therapy and bringing together the actors, and they are not so numerous in the world, that work on that field. Let me outline some of the major projects that were actually funded and some important results over the years from the IFCAH funds. The project from Anne Bachelot, CAH fertility and pregnancy to guide pregnant women with CAH, is very important and will be developed by herself in the first talk today. Dr. Eddy Claassen van der Grieten from Holland has worked extensively on testicular adrenal rest tumors in relation to the molecular understanding of the nature of this testicular adrenal rest tumor and their management to improve male fertility in the males affected by CAH. Also, over the years, innovative treatment in congenital adrenal hyperplasia have been the focus of IFCAH funding. For example, Dr. Li Chan, who will speak later on, has also designed new ways to decrease androgen excess in congenital adrenal hyperplasia. Dr. Richard Ross has designed new way of replacing glucocorticoids in CAH, as well as intranasal emergency treatment, which today we'll not speak about. The third big part has been also to promote research for the future, for the new curative strategy for adrenal insufficiency in CAH, so that gene and cellular therapy have been, will be hopefully implemented. So there are funding to better understand the process of adrenal cell differentiation from stem cells, leading to regenerative therapy, to use committed stem cell to drive them to cortisol and aldosterone secreting cells, for example, from urothelial cells, to use the right vector to go to the clinics with gene therapy. And Dr. Bornstein, Guasti, Schedel, Breo in Boston, and Gerard Ruiz-Babo have been funded by the IFCAH over the years to do so. Crowdfunding is taking more and more place, even though the funding comes from AFM for 20%, and the donation from the IFCAH financing body is still representing 73% of the funding. Management costs are kept to a minimum amount of 3%, so that 97% of the IFCAH fund are indeed used by the researcher.